Hello. Hello, hello. Oh. Hey guys, wait. I have to put the chat up. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hi guys. Where's my Twitch chat? There it is. Boom. Hi Dylan. Hello Rise. Hello Max. Hello Cute Bot is Cool. Hello Loki. Hello Xander. Hello Dinosaurs. Wait. Why isn't it updating? Hello? It's broken. No memes. Hey guys. Hello Viper. Hello Xena. Hello Meter Dutch. Hi Can Bumbo. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hello Vexter. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, guys? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I look like an angel. Wow. Yeah, because today we're gonna be looking into fucking exorcisms and stuff. I think my music feels live? Right, is it live right now or tomorrow? Did you guys check? I might have gotten the times wrong. I think I got the time wrong. Yeah, no, I'm a dummy. Out tomorrow. It's out tomorrow. Hee hee hee. Music video's out tomorrow, guys. Master Manifester. Yeah, it's tomorrow. I'm a I'm a pirate. This hair is fire. I was thinking my hair looks bad. That's what I was thinking. Yours is bigger. Your brain. Scammed. And brain's the biggest. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Hi, hi, hi. Guys, they have a new song out. Exclamation point new song. An exclamation point music video. My very first music video is out. Thanks for the tier 1. Thank you, Jake Romack, for the tier 1. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you. She had space buns. Wait. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? The video releases in 12 hours. Oh, guys. Okay, so I guess... So it's at 9 a.m. So you guys at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Well, wait, 9 p.m. It says 9 p.m. Pacific. It's not 9 a.m. Damn, I'm getting gaslit. Oh, fuck. My yerba. Okay, so tomorrow, in 24 hours, it will be time to watch the music video. Our first music video. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Hi, gorgeous. Hey, Gazis. Hi, Gazi. So this look, Kiana, tell me. Well, bro, because we're going to be looking up today. Like, I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be scared. We're going to watch, like, exorcism shit. And there's, like, a fucking... It's crazy. Because I just watched a video about a priest that would perform exorcisms. And he would describe, like, the people that were possessed by demons and how they would morph. And then so without telling because there was a possession in my family somewhere that I heard about. And without like asking or like mentioning anything, I was like, "Oh, how did he look when he got possessed?" And then she was like, "Oh, he got like evil. Like he was like talking weird and his fucking skin got darker." And she thought it was from alcohol. But that's one of the symptoms of like a possession. So without even like mentioning, that's what she said. So I know like firsthand, bro, it's crazy. Like I know firsthand, like I was there when I remember it, but I was like a wee kid, and there was like a party going on, right? It's Friday. No, it's not Friday the 13th yet for me, but it's fucking weird. And then she took out a Bible and started reading passages, and then he fell asleep. Like this happened, and I fucking remember it. So this is like a first-hand experience from one of my family members. Is this a real? Yeah, that's weird. Isn't it weird? Oh, thank you. I just want to say respectfully, my lord. My lord. You're incredibly gorgeous and divinely beautiful. I'm speechless. Yeah, but you get scared, you wanna remember? Well, I'm still curious, but like I'm also like a little kitten. Curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity killed the kitten. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be looking into today. So like I'm pretty convinced demons are real. I've been like on this like research grind. I don't know if you guys are interested too, but that's what I've been researching. So I was like researching like the light side of it. Now we're gonna go into like the fucking like scary side of it. I'm so witchy and spiritual. I'm not a witch. I'm just curious. You see past the simulation? Careful, it's a dark path. Why is it a dark path, bro? This is a woman's version of a midlife crisis. Wait, but your name is Anunnaki Kev. And Anunnaki is like part of that like spiritual, or not spiritual, like the, what's it called, like biblical stuff? Refuses to play Resident Evil, looks into real demons. Yeah, because that's what you should be on the lookout for, bro. Like, esoteric. Yeah, we're on the esoteric grind. I added a tag to my stream. Casual occult. I don't know everything. I'm just learning. Casual occult. But I don't want it. Is that a bad tag? Because I don't want like. It just means like I'm curious about that stuff. You either become a Sith or a Jedi. No, actually, that's like a fucking thing, I think. Esoteric. There, I'm adding esoteric. It's probably a tag which is used. No, I'm the only one with a tag. I just put casual occult. It's a big club with a lot of members. What does that mean? Dark magics. I don't like dark magic. We're gonna try to get into like the white magic stuff. The light. Oh, the light bearers. What does that say? Wait, let me drag the chat over here so I can look at it over here. So it makes sense where my vision is. Notice that lots of criminal activities tie into witchcraft type activities, mentalities acceptable in magic / witchcraft. And that Abrahamic religions are the only ones that are anti-magic. I think I'm pretty sure, this is in the books I've read, I'm pretty sure that there's different types of magic, and just don't use the bad magic. Okay, so here's what I learned about like demons, right? I was like, what are the origins of demons? And apparently, the reason why the Bible says that like anything outside of the religion is a demon is because there was like a vague translation from Hebrew to Greek of they would call idols and just other spirits, just anything between a human and a god, like is power wise. Anything in between that. So they could have good intentions, bad intentions, neutral intentions, but anything that exists between that was referred to as a daimon. You know? Yeah, which means any. Oh, hi, Solomon the Prophet. That's a cool name. So that's what I learned today. So that's why I was so confused. I was like, why is everything a demon? But it's only bad, like a bad, terrible demon that you shouldn't talk to. If it's the evil one, right? Well, that's just what I'm trying to figure it out, you know? Matt Diamond. There are entities that are more ancient than that. Really? Really? Like what? According to the Bible, it's all bad. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it. What passage says it's bad? Like it's all bad. She has found her autistic special interest. Yeah, it used to be like MBTI personality typing. And then right now it's this. Yeah. Spunkmaster Flesh, can you change your name to Honko? Can you be Honko? Good shit. Thank you, Honko. LOL, we love that. 10 Commandments. What do the 10 Commandments say? Here, let's look it up. Let's look it up. What is Jezebel? What the fuck is Jezebel? Is that one of the demons? Jezebel. Meaning. Oh, you're calling me a demon? Hussy, temptress, trollop, minx, siren? Nuh-uh. Oh, a biblical whore? Oh my goodness. How dare you call me a biblical whore? Angel. Oh, you should have seen me years ago, bro. Holy fuck. That's just another way to scarlet letter a woman. Oh, like the Jezebel thing? Okay. Okay. Wait. Let me pull this up though. Let's look at the fucking 10 Commandments. Have you read about Gnosis? You got a bit. I got like a fucking I got a book that kind of just like brushes through the ancient religions and cultures, so that was nice. Let me see. Wait a minute. I'm trying to pull it up. Oh, that's why. Oh. 10 Commandments. 10 Commandments. Okay, let me look up. Did I look into the ancient Egyptian gods? I did. I did. Ree! I'm trying to bring this up, but it's like these Facebook pages. And it's like you have to log into Facebook to view this. Okay, here. Brother. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. The 10 Commandments. I'm the Lord your God. Oh, not me. The other guy. You shall not have strange gods before me. What does it mean to like have a god though? What does it mean to have a god? Oh, let me put music on. That's why it feels quiet. Like, what if it's like, oh, you're obviously not God, but like, I know you could do stuff. Can you clean my room? Handshake. And then the spirit like puts a tornado in your room. Like, that's fine, right? You're not saying like, oh, this thing created everything. False idol worship equals celebrities. No, I don't know. Is that what it means? Is that what it means? Okay, let's go to the next one. Look up Romans 16:19. You look it up. You just tell me what it is. Duality is key. Okay, what does that mean, Miracle Boy? Wait, they supersede? Oh, do I start at the bottom? Fuck. Okay, so this is the 10th. Oh, it's like a Watch Mojo video. And number 10 on the commandments. Okay, wait, let me take these out so I could play with my hair. Alright, 10. You shall not covet your neighbor's goods. See these? Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is that a meme? Is that one of your TikTok memes? You shall not covet these boobs. Covet. These boobs. These things. Oh, no, that's number 9. Well, that's interesting. It's 15 years old. Okay, so don't rob your neighbors, which is like your fellow man, your like neighbors on earth. Don't Jody them. Is that like lust? Just don't like lust for people. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Is that like don't lie? You shall not steal. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, so don't want to lie? Wait, what? Don't steal? I thought the... Okay, don't want to steal. Don't wanna fuck. Okay. What is adultery? Is that like... What is... Let me look. What is adultery? Voluntary sexual intercourse of a married person. But that's the same... Okay, so it's like... It's like, don't do it. No, but like, don't really don't do it. I mean it now. Okay. Okay. Adultery is the voluntary sexual intercourse of a married person with someone other than their spouse. Okay. Don't think about it. Don't even think about it. All right. So that's number 6. You shall not kill. Okay, so for this one, it's like, I don't understand. What is the, like, Crusades doing then? Like, when is it okay to kill? What about all the Crusaders that, like, pillage the village? Military? No, actually, like, what do you guys think of that? Yeah, because God decides life and death, right? Also, W, I love Deathly. Shout out to Deathly Ill. When someone's coming to kill you, it's basically saying another human. Don't interrupt God's plan. Type shit. Oh, it's Honko Bonko. Hi, Honko Bonko. Wow. Thank you for changing to Honko Bonko. Yeah, this is crazy. Wait, what's crazy? A very old paradox. Well, because, like, God... Okay, so God's allowed to kill. But you shouldn't kill. And you shouldn't assume who God wants to kill. In case he ever wants to flood the earth. Right? Hi, Lemon. Chickens are really cute when you get to know them. Oh, fuck. Yeah, what about animals? What about Daisy? What if she kills? What if she kills an ant with her feet? With her paws? Actually, God's covenant with Moses after the flood. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, so God's like, okay, fine, I won't kill anymore. With Moses? Wait, when was Moses? Was that after Noah's Ark? Oh, it's thou shalt not. Oh. Did they butcher the fucking 10 Commandments? In the Bible. Oh, they butchered that shit. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know how it's hard to find a fucking JPEG of this. There's no actual proof that Moses existed? Since when? But, like, there's proof that Jesus existed. Okay. Alright, thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Or are these in a different order? Okay, thou shalt not kill. Honor thy father and thy mother. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, he had 3 oh, so Moses had 3 tablets, but then he dropped one and lost 5 of the commandments. Oh, fuck. Why'd he drop it? Okay, so respect your mom and your dad. Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. I don't get it. What's the Sabbath? Wait, what's the Sabbath? You're gay and you love pugs. That's nice. That's the way to live. The Sabbath is Sunday. Okay, the 7th day of rest. Okay, cool. I'm sure there's like some fucking, maybe that's like his like the day where he like files his taxes, except for taxes it's like prayers. Like what is Sunday for? Like why is it Sunday specifically? Why is it that specifically? She's trolling you? Wait, no, but he did smash the first set because he got pissed. The Jews were worshipping a golden cow while he was getting the 10 Commandments. Okay, what's the golden cow? I heard that today in a video I was watching, but I didn't understand it. Okay, remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. She's mocking the religious fellow. I'm not mocking God, bro. Why are you, bro? I'm fucking trying to research him. I'm researching it. I just don't understand. I'm trying to fucking understand. Holy shit. The 7th day is for reflection on creation. So you gotta meditate on Sundays? Fuck. You have to wait for Sunday to meditate? Stop calling me a biblical whore. Guys, the good news is we got him down to 10. The bad news is adultery's still in there. Okay. You just need to rest and not work. You'll be doomed and punished forever. What? Ignorance is apparently bliss, so therefore she's innocent. Brothers, I didn't go to fucking Sunday school. I could have. I just didn't. And I did. I got there late. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. Hi, Buck Nasty. The book of Enoch is a good rabbit hole. 200 angels landed on earth and defected from heaven, got tossed out of the Bible in the 4th century. Yeah, I heard about that, and then they made giants. Thank you for the Prime. Thank you, Buck Nasty, for the 32 months. Thank you. I've been on this, like, deep dive. Yeah. So, okay. Thou shalt not take God's name in vain. So that means you shouldn't be like, hey, you biblical whore, God's gonna punish you and send you to hell. Because you don't know if he's gonna do that or not. Right? Okay, so this guy, it got auto-modded, but they said angels are worded, human, woman. and created giants, so it was taken out of the Bible. Yeah, so during the translation of the word like idols, spirits, diamonds, they specifically never included angels into the translation for diamonds, which later became interpreted as all like evil demons. Angels, wait. There are many religions and different, what's the people believing in God and those things. Thank you, Kefo. Thank you, Kefo, for the 14 months. Thank you. No, it's like diamonds. That's the Greek translation of the Hebrew words for idols, spirits, just anything between the power level of a human and a god. Yeah, we learn now here. We'll learn now here. Okay, but I've never fucking read the 10 Commandments. No, don't say Lucifer was the good guy, bro. Don't say he was the good guy. You don't know that. He's probably bad, bro. What does the sin of vanity mean to you? Is that one of the sins? That's not even one of the sins. Thou shalt not worship any graven image. What does that mean? Oh yeah, pride. Okay. Okay, shush. I was thinking of the 7 deadly sins, but yeah, that's like, it falls under pride. Wait, the story of Michael and Lucifer is primarily a theological narrative concept. Bro, like, what if I just got like a seizure right now while I was talking about this shit? Sorry. The story of Michael and Lucifer is primarily a theological narrative of conflict, where the archangel Michael leads God's army against the rebellious Lucifer, casting him out of heaven. The dragon. Bro, apparently like dragons are fucking evil. I accidentally got a tattoo. And I have a tattoo of a snake. Oops. Fuck. Is this, oh yeah, what is the, I don't understand the second commandment. Bro, why are all the commandments in different orders? I don't understand. Marked by the dragon. Might as well have 666. Okay, so the number of man. Isn't that crazy? The number of man is 6. The number of God is 9. That's like the God number. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. Kind of crazy. 69. That's 4. That reduces to 4. Oh, 90% of chat is intentionally trolling and trying to confuse you. Or maybe we're all confused and maybe we need like a little deep dive on this stuff. Yeah, so do you understand the question though, bro? Wait. Guys. I don't understand the second commandment. Can someone tell me what the second commandment means? Cultist behavior leads to MAGA thinking. Keep church separated from state. There's a reason that's in the Constitution. Okay, so this isn't church though. So, I think the reason that church can get bad is when you accidentally employ bad people to run it. And then that's when they're like, hey, give me your money. And they pass around the fucking basket. And you have to put 20 bucks in there. Right? Yeah, church is an institution, not religion. It's to prevent adultery. Okay, so like, don't even think about idolatry. Don't even think. Don't even covet. And then this one is, thou shalt not have no other gods before me. That makes sense because there's only like, Okay, well, I don't want to like get into it too much. We're just like researching. I don't want to offend anyone. But that's according to the Bible, right? Type shit. All right, so we read the 10 Commandments for the first time in like 20 something years. Thou shalt not stream on Kick. You're not offending anyone? Well, I don't want to like challenge anyone's beliefs. We're just learning. Tithes and offering doesn't mean money. Well, my mom would put in like $20 into the basket and she'd be all stressed out, like, oh, fuck. So that's nice. Apparently there's 5 more, is there? Half of this chat is at least is lying. Oh, I wonder. Okay, so is saying like God damn it is that's using God's name in vain. Like the 3rd commandment, right? Yeah, because you're like using God's name and saying to damn whatever thing this is on accident. And that's that seems like a what's it called, like the shadow government ploy to get you to damn things in God's name. That's why it was like popularized. Doesn't that sound reasonable? It was a ploy. Holy shit and holy fuck. I say that so much. It's the shadow government ploy to insert it into casual conversation. You'll see a lot of removing the vowel. Well, okay, so in Hebrew, they don't really spell with vowels. That's why. Oh, and then the line, that long line, I'm pretty sure that line in Hebrew is the vowel of ah. So like ah. So that would kind of make sense. It makes for very slow reading. Well, it's like the vowels are implied in modern Hebrew. Chat's pretty chill today. Ah, yeah. It is true. How about hello? Has the word hell inserted into every greeting ultimate ploy? No, there's like words that from Hebrew to English and other languages, or no, from other languages to English makes it like transform the meaning of the actual word. I think like believe means something else than it should mean. It reduces the purported power of the divine to something petty enough for a person to be able to invoke it. Because there's no translation. Faith does not equal belief. I forgot what the word was. Do you guys remember? Guys, I'm getting a rash right now. I'm getting a rash. Like, I have to take allergy medicine. What does it mean? Like, I feel it. Am I getting cursed? Is someone getting mad at me? Am I being smitten? There's no hell in the Old Testament, only Sheol, and in the New Testament, Hades. Hell comes from the English god hell. Maybe there was like a DLC, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like New Testament was just like, hey, new thing just dropped. You never know, man. Writing God instead of God is fairly recent custom in America. Many believe this to be a sign of respect with blah, 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 blah. Wait, and the custom comes from an interpretation of the commandment in Deuteronomy 12:3-4 regarding the destruction of pagan altars. According to the medieval commentator Rashi, we should not erase or destroy God's name and should avoid writing it. Oh, here, let me look that up. Okay. Wait, where is this from? Is that like the Bible or is that the Old Testament or something? Oh, you know what happened? So I was reading the Bible. I think I read like some of the Old Testament, like this much, but then it had so many names in it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I could not keep up with like the story development, the character development of any character, except for like fucking Cain and Abel. And then they were like, and then there was Sarah and Mitchell and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So it was hard to read it a lot. And then the king of the Egypt, and then the bugs. So then I skipped to the end. Is that filler? Are those fillers? Read Islam, it's much simpler. Islam? That's not in the Bible? Oh, is there not? Bible study videos is needed. Read Matthew and watch the show The Trojan. Yeah, I think there should be like a fucking guide. You know? Like, yeah, guys, read this part first, and then this part, and then this part. Wait, is there a such thing as a Duolingo Bible? Cause I started trying to learn Hebrew. Cause I was like, fuck, like why don't I just read this in its originals? Do you miss your purple hair? No, ChatGPT don't know shit, bro. Like it'll give you the most surface level answers. It'll like censor anything that's like controversial. Don't ask ChatGPT about anything spiritual. Yeah, I did try. I tried to do it. They say you should read the Bible several times because you'll receive different sparks. What does sparks mean? Okay. So this is Deuteronomy 12:3-4. And ye shall overthrow their altars and break their pillars and burn their groves with fire. And ye shall hew down the graven images of their gods and destroy the names of them out of that place. Thou shalt not do so until the Lord thy God. Damn! So they burned the books? Why? Maybe we weren't ready for them. Damn, maybe humanity wasn't ready for it. Christ consciousness is above universal law. That's why some people are not condemned when doing worldly things. What do you mean? Because people employed their ignorance? Why are you guys being mean? Don't be mean. We're just trying to learn about God and stuff. What is universal law? Universal law. What is universal law? There are fundamental, unchanging principles that govern the universe's harmony, balance, and operation, bridging science, spirituality, and metaphysics. Oh, that makes sense. I like bridges. Okay. Okay, so I don't understand why that's... How come it was okay to like burn the books? And why did the Bible say to do that? Why am I doing Bible study? Because we're gonna get into like exorcism videos in a second. And I kind of just like... So I watched an exorcism video about a priest explaining what he would fucking see when exorcising people. And it matched what my family member that would like I was there for said happened to one of my relatives. And I was fucking there. And I remember that shit. So they're not lying. W and anecdotes. Do you think you have a demon? I hope I don't have a demon. Do I believe in demons? Yeah, I believe in demons. Now I do. Burn what books? But like, why are they evil? I just want to understand why. The prettiest are always the craziest. Do you think I'm crazy? Why is this crazy? Bro, I got haunted. I caught my haunting on camera. I had a poltergeist live on my stream 3 years ago. I used to be atheist as fuck. Then I got fucking haunted. And now like all sorts of things are just making sense to me. But he said you're the prettiest too. Aw. It was just the house settling. You weren't even there, bro. They just walk around until they're acknowledged, then they latch on. I fucking saged the house. I saged that house. And it still was it happened even more. The night before, someone came over and used a Ouija board. So, like, yeah, that house got fucking possessed. Look up the Jezebel spirit. Like Jezebel spirit meaning. It's a term used in some Christian and Pentecostal circles to describe a demonic, controlling, and manipulative influence. It's not a phrase found directly in the Bible, but it's in the biblical story of Queen Jezebel. What about it? I'm not promoting anything immoral, though. You believe in diamonds because Socrates was known for saying he had a diamond in his head, telling him what not to do since he was a child and influencing his philosophy. Yeah, that's what I heard too. That's what I heard too. So what happened? The ghost went away. Bro, I started wearing these like charms my mom got me. Like, and then it stopped. So I've been wearing those for like 3 years. For just 10 cents a day, you could feed a demon and protect. I think everyone has like a diamond inside of them, apparently. And then you could like ask them to talk to you, apparently. This is like, well, I mean, okay. This is just like theoretical. Where do you buy demon food? Bro, you just give in to like the thoughts. The thoughts that tell you like, hey man, it's time to stop doing the productive thing that you're doing and eat a bag of Hershey's. Hey man, it's time to furiously masturbate to questionable porn. Yeah, that's how you feed, and then you do it, and then you're feeding it. That's what feeds them. An entire bag. Okay, wait. What does it say? Honey Buncho Slug says sage spiritually. It may fail to cleanse a space, potentially worsen energy, or attract negative influences. God damn. You should definitely take time to research divination. Why do you say that, Bailey? Don't fear demons, they fear you more. I don't think they fear you more. Cause in these like exorcism videos I'm watching where the priests would exorcise, there would be like smart demons that would possess a human and then just laugh at the priests when they would fail to exorcise. So like they would love that like humiliation shit for them. Seek Christ, all praise be to Christ. In my near-death experience videos I've been watching, they would say Jesus' name, and then they'd leave hell. So that's why I'm like researching again. That's why we're doing Sunday school, guys. Okay? In throughout the timeline of human history, you'll know. Evil is anything that prevents you from doing what you're meant to do, I think. Engage biblically also means inviting. Huh? One way or the other. Exactly, you'll know. Closes books. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Type shit. Look at Cain. He killed his own brother Abel. Yeah, like obviously you shouldn't kill your own brother. Right? He was born evil? No, I think, wasn't he No, he was fucking manipulated by the little fucking snake. Don't kill your brother. Okay, let me see. Guys, are we ready to watch? Are we ready to watch? Watching Cutebot feeds my demon. Yeah, sometimes, like, if you're here to fucking, you know, to fucking exclamation point OF, then, you know, thou shalt not covet. Okay, let me, I'm looking for... Okay, so I was watching this one video over here, and I was like, God damn, this is crazy. Alright, so this is Sean Ryan clips. Alright. Holy fuck. Oh shit, I shouldn't say that.
There was an actual case where this guy that was possessed started speaking a form of Phoenician that had been
okay, so this is the video I was watching earlier, and then I fucking confirmed that one of the physical symptoms of being possessed by a fucking demon matched up with a real life encounter that I was there for. I didn't see it, but like someone that I know saw it. That I didn't like lead into being like, oh, what things did they look like? No, I wasn't possessed. I wasn't possessed. All right. Do demons sleep with us while we sleep? Yeah. Well, I don't know, because okay, so like I'm looking up different priests because they would talk on podcasts. This guy is a fucking exorcist, bro. Like he's performing exorcisms. What a Chad. Yeah, actually. Very Chad-like behavior. That guy's creepy as shit. Wait, have you seen this video? Have you seen this video? They've had sex with ghosts. Could be, I don't know. I have, like, guys, I could only tell you as much as makes sense to me. Okay, because everyone's experiences will be different. Just because, like, some people haven't experienced something or other people have doesn't mean they're crazy or, like, not awake. They just haven't experienced or have experienced more than, you know? This man looks evil. No, he's a fucking priest, bro. No, he's cool. This guy's a Chad. This guy's a Chad. Okay? Alright. So this video is fucking crazy.
Funk for 3,500 years.
Did you see somebody that could turn their head 360 degrees, the spider walk?
Beelzebub. He looks the same in every case I've ever had him in.
Beelzebub.
The jaw extends out, the eyes become bloodshot and they narrow, and the top of the head narrows.
What are some of the things you've seen during an exorcism?
Like this, okay guys, this shit's gonna sound ridiculous, but just keep an open mind. Okay? Keep an open mind. Because I would think it's ridiculous too. But pay attention to how people speak when they're talking about something ridiculous. Because your intuition will tell you who a liar is. Okay? What else? Your intuition will tell you who a liar is. Just be able to discern things. And again, ask people that have never watched this video or researched about exorcism if you've ever heard of anyone in your life being like possessed. Ask them like what physical manifestations happened. All right? Oh, is that how it is? Huning Van de Heer says Christian teaching is if one doesn't accept Jesus Christ, demons can possess him because they lack the Holy Spirit. God damn. So at the end of the Bible, where it says like the mark of the beast and like 666 stuff, right? It'll like if it'll be like some implant that has to do with being able to stay economically involved. So it could be like a chip that you implant to confirm your identity, and then you'll be able to like make purchases and stuff. So that's the mark of the beast. And apparently it's supposed to like undo fucking baptisms. Or yeah, it could be Neuralink too. Isn't that insane? No, it's gonna be a physical device, guys. Demons attack those that are mentally and spiritually weak and feed off that. Yeah. So if you ever have like constant intrusive thoughts about like you're worthless or you need to go masturbate furiously to questionable porn, if you have those kinds of thoughts, or like, oh my god, I hate this person. If you're playing conversations in your head with people, then that's supposed to be like demons feeding on your spiritual energy. This is all like canon shit. Okay. This is canon, guys. This is the lore. Sorry, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. Pfizer is a soul vaccination. It could have been, but I don't think it is. Anyway, they'll attack anyone. It doesn't matter if you're weak or strong. They'll feed off of like your misery and laugh at you. Anyway, let's watch this video. I already watched it, so I'm gonna go pee while it's playing. But you know, I'll read the comments when I get back. Crazy video.
You had mentioned shape-shifting.
Yeah. If you've seen it on Hollywood, I've seen it. But it's only in about 7% of the cases are you going to see things that are really out there. Most of the cases, the thing that you're going to see the most of is morphing. That's our technical name for it. You're mentioning shape shifting. We call it morphing, which is basically where the person changes form or shape. And that's about, in the cases that you have, that's
so
about
this
80
happened.
to 90% of what you're going to see. Where the
this
person will
happened
actually change
to
shape.
someone
And so
close to me.
For example,
in my
women
family,
will
like
change all of a
they
sudden,
morphed.
their facial structure changes and it looks like a man. So,
Like a skinwalker.
yeah, exactly. And so there's also certain kind of complexion changes, but the morphing can be everything from just all of a sudden that women kind of look like a man, all the way down to they'll change into the shape of animals. Usually, like I said, if you're seeing the change of shape, it's telling you something about them. And that's why, when it comes to a lot of this stuff, they tend to be showmen. And so a lot of it's just parlor tricks. You have to know when you're just being played with and just ignore it. Which is with levitation, I just don't tolerate it. I've seen it. And,
He doesn't tolerate
How many
levitation,
times have you seen it?
Personally, I've only seen it twice, but that's only because I tend to see other things like extreme forms of occult knowledge where people know stuff that there's no way this person could ever know this. Exorcists, well, so like if you go to Italy, there's one exorcist, he sees levitation almost all the time. Other exorcists who have done it as long as I have never even seen it. So it changes based upon the particular exorcist. He'll tend to see more things other than once. I've seen a lot of morphing, that type of thing. But the one I tend to see the most is occult knowledge or language, speaking languages that there's no way. In fact, I kind of laughed because when they put out the movie Nefarious, they were doing interviews afterwards, and they said, "Oh yeah, we consulted Father Ripperger." And I'm like, I don't remember talking to these guys. So I contacted my, they seemed straightforward enough, and their movie was actually pretty decent as far as it goes. And I'm like, so I asked my assistant, do we have any interaction with these guys? No, we got none. Well, then later they said, oh no, we just listened to all these videos, right? But in there they got something wrong though, because there was an actual case where this guy that was possessed started speaking a form of Phoenician that had been defunct for 3,500 years. We didn't even know what he was speaking. We had to write it down phonetically, and then somebody who studies languages took a look at it and said, we think that's how this particular form of Phoenician was spoken. This kid didn't even finish high school. So you'll see, so they'll see different things, but yeah, I've seen levitation twice.
What are you thinking when you see levitation?
I get annoyed by it, frankly.
That's it? You just get annoyed?
Yeah, because of the fact that usually they're doing it like the case that I had, one of them was Ball. He likes levitating. So I just don't tolerate it because he's trying to distract you and get you focusing on, well, that's kind of weird. Never seen that before. That's what he's trying to get you to do when you should be focusing on other things and just hammering him. And it's just his way to try and gain control over the particular sessions. So that's why you just I just don't tolerate it. That's why in the beginning I said those set of prayers we say before we start the formal rite to clamp down on any of that type of thing from happening.
Do you ever worry that you'll be the one that's deceived?
Well, you get deceived from time to time as an exorcist anyway, because you'll ask them not necessarily about the broader picture, like in theology or things like that, but they're going to deceive you about the particulars of the case. They'll say things like, "Oh, well, the way you're going to get me out of here is you have to say this prayer, over her 3 times or something like that." And then so you're like, all right, that could be the case. So then you say it 3 times and then nothing happens. And then they'll laugh at you and you just work on your humility, knowing that that's going to happen and Christ lets it happen for the sake of your own sanctification and for your own recognition that ultimately they only have to tell you what they tell you when he tells them they have to tell you. And so even though you're commanding them, and sometimes they'll give you information because Christ tells them, okay, you can tell them this stuff, but you can't talk about this stuff yet or what have you. And so there's times when you're hammering them for weeks on end, and they say, "I'll tell you, I can't. He won't let me tell you." Now sometimes they're lying even about that, but usually you can kind of tell. Because the way that when they're telling you the truth about something when they're under duress is they'll give you a flat panned answer like, no, it's this. Whereas they're bad liars. So when they're lying to you, it's like listening to a 16-year-old girl who got caught being outside the house by her father. Like, what are you doing outside? No, it wasn't this, that kind of a thing. So they're bad. They're really bad liars as a general. And the stuff that they propose is just silly. But the other thing is it's coherent. It's called the principle of coherence. It fits the possession case or what theologically to be the case. And so, that this particular, so for one case, the demons kept saying she has to go to Lourdes. She has to go to Lourdes. Well, God had been giving her grace to want to go to Lourdes and go into the waters. And so she went to Lourdes, went into the waters and came out and then was partially liberated. So there's a lot of times you can kind of ferret out, but you do get deceived. It's just part of the humiliation. The other thing is they'll make a fool of you. They have from time to time because they know we're just not that bright compared to them. And they also have they know the structure and the dynamics of the spiritual realities that we're dealing with, which we don't necessarily know them. And so they know we don't know them. But that's why, as an exorcist, you have to stay in your lane. You have to stay. There's a set of principles and ways in which you proceed, and you just stay there, and eventually you'll get him out. Just don't go outside that, because they'll try and entice you outside those lanes.
What are some of the other things that you've seen? I mean, have you seen somebody that can turn their head 360 degrees, the spider walk?
Yeah, I haven't seen the 360-degree head turning, but I have seen like where the fingers just are like completely turned back on the thing, or they'll be like this instead of like this. So you'll see things that you actually see like and that's actually part of the morphing in relationship to the thing. Like I said, the thing I tend to see the most is the demons manifesting in their characteristics in a full-blown manner. So once the demons get to a certain point where the threshold, their pain is such, they can't hide from you they're in the manifestation, because they're controlling the manifestation and they're controlling what you see. But when they reach a certain level, they start breaking down. And so, just seeing full-blown manifestations where they, for example, with Beelzebub, he would always, he looks the same in every case I've ever had him in, where the jaw extends out, the eyes narrow, and then, or the eyes become bloodshot and they narrow, and the top of the head narrows. And the complexion becomes, it looks like someone who's had super bad acne. So you get that kind of complexion change, color changes. I've seen a lot of color changes that you see in people. Saw a woman, she was possessed by a demon who responded to the title Vitae Raptor, which is robber of life. So the first time we got him to manifest, it was in front of the Blessed Sacrament. It's a ritual that's done in front of the Blessed Sacrament. When he finally manifested, literally her face just like caved in, and she literally turned completely jet black like a corpse. And so I'm like, well, there he is.
All right, I'm back.
So you'll see things like that.
All right, I'm
Did any
back.
of these demons intimidate you? Any specific ones?
No, part of the reason is because I know that if I stay in my lane and as long as I'm doing what Christ is asking me to do and I stay under his protection, that
All right. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Something interesting is how similar stories across the world are. Red eyes scatter. Yeah, guys. My eyes are a little red. So what did we think so far? What do we think so far about the video? The power to reject demons comes not from God or Christ, but within the power you hold yourself. So that I think the idea is that light is within everyone, and you have like the potential to access the light to disperse the darkness. And but like a easy shortcut for that is like, just enabling it through like the words of maybe the Bible. So something crazy that happened with my family member, they got possessed by a demon a long ass time ago. I thought like he was just having a seizure. Like all my life, I thought he was just having like a seizure or something and just being like wacky. But it like my other relative that had to like deal with it got the Bible out and then started reading the Bible to the guy that got possessed. And then he fell asleep. And he's fucking like I asked them about it years and years later after watching this video. And I asked like, what did he look like when that all happened? And they were like, he got darker. And I'm Filipino. So like it wasn't like a crazy difference. But the fact that she could note that he got darker and she thought it was just from like alcohol, like oxidizing his skin. Isn't that fucking insane? Isn't that such an insane parallel? Hey, come on, I'm not naming any names. Don't call my Uncle Joe out like that. Was he in a bad mental state where he allowed? Yeah, he was drunk. He was at a party. It was at my birthday party, bro. Did he levitate? No, he fucking seized. He had a seizure. I was there, but I was scared, so I like ran away. I think that was my childhood trauma. Now I'm scared of demons. But I just learned about like the details of it years later, you know. Anyway, okay.
I am going to be, I'm going
Put
to
the
be safe.
Chad
Doesn't
back on.
mean
Okay, so gutter, a lot of you guys I know are like super secular. You're very like material world or earthly because that's what like life has promoted for you. Money, sex, drugs, bitches, whatever. But just like keep in mind that this is like your culture of like pure materialism is just something of this timeline. Like that's just something in this period, this era. That's why it's been so increasingly like atheism has like gone like skyrocketed, right? But in the olden days, like this stuff is normal. This stuff has appeared throughout different cultures fucking everywhere, okay? And the people that do like reject the notions of it, of evil potentially existing within the world and like the supernatural, um that does more harm than good. I think you should be aware of like situations where you can be put in positions right? Witch trials. Okay, Chad time. Arbiters of truth in a nuanced world. Yeah. So you don't really know what's truth. You don't know. You can't see the entire color of the world. It's already been proven that there's so many dimensions in this fucking universe. And that we see a sliver of anything. I don't recognize her anymore. Good, bro. It's crazy. I used to wear fucking like devil horns. You've been on a Kundalini awakening journey with your girl. Namaste, bro. Yeah, it's like when Vegeta got his Majin form on. Okay. They ignore it because it's easier to accept denial than having faith. The human body's natural magnetic field protects you from possession. Anytime you psychologically prevent expressive actions, you will always have social group excuses to behavior. Pretending to be possessed would allow people to express themselves with excuses that bypasses the social reinforced restrictions. I'm sure there are like pretenders. I'm sure there have been pretenders. But what this guy is talking about, this guy over here who is a certified exorcist, he's talking about people changing in their fucking faces. All right? Like their faces are changing, their skin color is changing. I confirmed it with my my relative. And no one has it on video. I'm kind of scared to look it up. Sorry, I'm responding to a business email. Okay. No, the dev. Okay. Let's just keep watching real quick.
That I'm not going to get beat around a little bit. You're stepping into a boxing ring, so you're going to get beat around a little bit. That I get. But if you stay in your lane, you're going to be able to handle it, and God's going to give you the grace and be able to use it. When demons attack me again, they always say, you know, with a boxer, you can watch all the films you like about the boxer, but it's not until you're in the ring with him that you actually get a sense of what he's really like in the ring. And it's the same thing with them. It's when you're in the boxing ring, anytime they attack you, the cause is always some way in the effect. So they actually reveal something about you. So one time I was attacked by this one demon of fear that was possessing this one woman. And it actually gave me a sense of the species, of the nature of the fear, the quality of it, the degree of it. It gave me a sense of it. And so when we went into the next session, I was able to bind that and hammer it and then start doing what I call the pinata game. Okay, I've hit the thing. Now you just go around it and you just keep whacking it until you find out from different angles what more information you can get out of that particular thing. And so one demon one time said to me, he said, you know, I'm not talking to you anymore. So I commanded him in the name of Jesus Christ, I commanded to tell me why. He says, every time I say something, you use it against me. I almost said to him, well, what do you think this is? You know? So that's the thing. So when they attack you, they don't really intimidate you. I've only been scared twice in a session. One is the first time I did it, and it wasn't about the demon. It was like, I hope I don't do something stupid. But then the only other time was in a case that I worked on where the demon he just would not obey what I was telling him to do. So I just mentally said to God the Father, I said, punish him in a way he's never been punished before. And all of a sudden, the woman who's possessed just goes down on her knees, completely manifests into literally looks exactly like this demon.
Brother, okay, so there's someone in chat saying, okay, where's the proof? Where's the pictures? The proof is go become an exorcist and like see it for yourself then. You know, go. There's you can't prove everything. Well, you have to see it. I wouldn't have thought that poltergeists were real until I was haunted. It's all an experience. Wanting proof is valid. Let me take a picture of a demon. Because it happens everywhere where I happen to have a fucking phone. But like even the thing is, even when I had proof that I had a poltergeist, people would still say like, oh, this shit's scripted. There's a string that's moving the object, you know?
And all of a sudden he just screams out this horrific scream, painful scream, but it wasn't loud, not much louder than you and I were talking, but it was the type of sound that Hollywood could not recreate. It was the type of sound where it literally reverberated throughout the entire church. We were actually in the basement, and my sacristan, who's all the way on the other side, heard it. It didn't shake the foundation of the church, but it was like just reverberated so strong that when he heard that, he went running out. And when I looked at his face when the demon was screaming, the thought that ran through my mind was, that's what hell looks like. You know, this is what someone in hell looks like. And then the other thing that ran through my mind is the severity and exactitude of God's justice, that God will not be mocked. So people are going to, you have to pay for your sin. And he extracts it from the demons. They'll tell you that he sets them up very often to have to suffer some punishment so that the particular sin that they committed is avenged.
Can you describe what that looks like? When you just talked about the demon manifesting itself in its true form, what did that look like?
So basically, this was Beelzebub. So her face completely morphed. This woman turned into the facial structure of a man. The jaws literally extend out like this. Now, the eyes go narrow. Because Beelzebub's the demon of impurity, the eyes go bloodshot, which is an indicator that people who suffer from lust don't see reality for what it is, but the eyes went completely bloodshot. The head narrowed. And then her complexion, as I mentioned, turns into that. But then there's a change in color to where it's a color that no human being can replicate. The authors refer to it as cherry wood color, which is this brown red color that looks like someone who is literally in the middle of a fire burning. So that's what you see. And then, of course,
You know what? It's crazy. I used to have like way redder eyes. But like recently, I would be looking into the mirror and my eyes are like white compared to like before.
Is the
Before is like years ago, but I also wore different contacts.
Look around the various facial features, so that there's this darkness or blackness around the particular facial features, and then of course the body gets bulkier in size.
When you talk about, the fingers becoming disjointed, and what's the recovery period look like?
Strangely enough, there's only certain kinds of affliction that the demons, when they manifest, that the person actually has to recover from. Most of the things like that, the person doesn't feel anything, or they don't have to have any recovery. They come out feeling normal, and things turn back to their natural shape, and they don't have anything to recover from.
So I think when he's saying that, it's like it's because he was saying that the demons control what you see. And so they're kind of making illusions at the same time. That's why it's not actually happening. Like their heads aren't actually turning around and their fingers aren't actually going all the way back. It's just an illusion because this world that we live in isn't the real world.
No matter where you're watching the Sean Ryan show from.
Oh, and then this is credits. But this is the video I already watched. This is the video I already watched. What did you guys think of that video?
Levitation, you had mentioned shape.
Oh, you think he's legit too? Read the 54 books of Apocrypha. It's the books that we're taking out. Woman wrote some of these books and it explains a lot of the things that go on today, even though it was written 2,000 years ago. Did you read all 54 books? Like, are they like long 54 books? Because I can barely get through like one fucking... Because they're just so packed with information. It takes me like a whole night to read 30 pages. Oh, this isn't coffee, it's bone broth. Thank you, Beat. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Shookwin. W Bone Broth. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Guys, demons are bad, okay? So this next video is the video I was watching.
27.
While I was getting ready. I watched the video I just showed you guys while I was getting ready. Bone broth is for fasting, is it? You only saw demons once and it was on copious amounts of LSD and ecstasy. Yeah, so my friend went to EDC, took acid, and everyone turned evil. Like fucking everyone turned fucking like scary looking. Bad trip to the max. Yeah, I didn't, or she didn't know. All right. So this is the next one I wanted to watch too. Lizard people everywhere. No, it was like I couldn't, or my friend couldn't tell who like wanted to hurt you and who didn't want to hurt you. You know. All right. Are you guys ready for this next video?
27 demons and one human?
Yeah.
What was the one in modern history?
The Mormons. It's a modified form of Freemasonry anyway.
How many demons?
Oh wait, I can't understand.
Are there?
Billions, literally.
Can a demon
Billions of
possess multiple
demons.
people at one time?
Yeah, so all the gods of the Gentiles are demons.
What's
Like I
the
said,
most you've seen?
well, I said that this one had Legion, and I believe it
Legion?
was Legion. But outside that context,
That's
the
a-
one that I've
Legion is a World of Warcraft expansion. Wait, no, it was Blood Crusade.
seen the most is 27.
27 demons and one
person.
human?
Yeah. And it was a pretty sad case. This guy was a hurting unit, man, from all that. So most of them, though, it's somewhere between 1 to 8, maybe, are the most that you tend to see. It's
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? It was a pretty sad case.
hurting unit, man, from all that. So most of them, though, it's somewhere between 1 to 8, maybe, are the most that you tend to see as a general rule.
Bro, guys, you could have 8 demons possessing you on average.
I actually did see a case where I did one case where I got rid of one demon of fear. The woman went out and did something really stupid, and then when she came back, it was literally like scripture: 1 leaves and 7 come back, and that was literally she had 7. So,
But how do they count? How do you count how many demons? I guess maybe we'll say it.
The number of possessors, the names, because once you know the name, there's 2 aspects to the name. One, it gives you an identity. So, for example, when I had Loki in a case, once the demon revealed what his name was, then I was able to actually go and research historically Loki as a Norse god. Because it says right in scripture, all the gods of Gentiles are demons, and so you can actually just go and look at the worship that they used to give to Loki in the past.
Bro, I played Loki on Marvel Rivals. So he's like the trickster. He's like the manipulator. So is it that in the past, Norse people would just call even demons gods? That's why they have an identity and they were known as gods, even though they were evil.
And to the Norse god of Loki, and what you'll find out in there is it was almost a complete description of his personality. He's a god of mischief. And so he was just such a handle to get a hold of. But once you know the name, then you can do some research, or you can ask other exorcists if you've seen this guy, etc.
It's like the 200 watchers from the Enoch book, parallel gods from a lot of other religions. I hear about that for even like Bible stuff. It's just I think that the gods are like recurring. They're like some recurring rebirth forms of previous religions' gods.
Second thing is the name gives you a
Or / demons.
Power over them. Now, demons will either reveal their name right off the bat if it's not going to help, if it's not going to be mean that much, or they'll hold out and hold out and hold out as long as they possibly can, because once you know their name, then it gives you a certain power over them. We actually experience this as human beings. So if I call your name, hey, Sean, if you're standing over there and I say, hey, Sean, right? When it goes into your faculties and you hear it, it draws your attention. Well, it's the same thing with them. When you're using their name, it draws their attention and they can't get their mind off of the thing that you're telling them to do. And so it gives you a power actually over them. So the names, how they got in, because a lot of times how they got in is how they're going to get out. Plus times how they got in is very often like if it's because they were wounded very badly, like a woman was raped or something of that sort, then you may be some psychological issues that have to be addressed first before she's going to get liberated. And then the time and date of departure when you're leaving. I don't ask that too often because they usually lie. Now, only about 10% of the time do they actually tell the truth, but they usually lie. They'll say, oh, I'm leaving tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and goes and they don't leave. And the reason they're doing that is they're trying to discourage the person who's last piece of information is, what is it going to take to get you out? And usually it's something very simple. So in the last case that the woman was liberated that I was working with, it took us a long time to get out this piece of information. She had to go to a specific altar in a particular church, and I had to say a specific prayer over her, and she would leave, and he would leave. We did it. Boom, he was out. But it took us a long time to get him to that point. That piece of information is what they're going to hold out. And there's 6 stages of liberation. Stage 6 is liberation. Stage 5, that last piece of information is going to come out in stage 5.
Wow.
Have I heard praying mantis are possessed by parasites that get ejected when you soak them in water? Ew. Hmm. Wow.
When you're talking about curses, does this play into this as well? Curses? Can you ask who the curse came from?
Yes. Well, they'll often reveal it. So if the person's possessed, so
Thank
if the
you,
person's
Arkham
possessed,
Maverick.
he'll actually, if they're not possessed, the demons can't talk necessarily. Whereas if the person's possessed, you can beat him to the surface and force him to talk, and he'll talk. And then at that point, they'll, in order if the person was cursed, you have to break the curse, and that's going to be how you're going to liberate them. And so as a result, the demon's going to have to tell you at some point who cursed them and how it was done. And then there's usually specific things that you can do to invert
What
those or
the
break the
he-
curses.
What? You could curse people? Like there's like specific curses? Like you just like curse them? Bro. You get hexed? So it's like black magic shit. You never cursed anyone? Bro, I say like kiss your sister. Maybe I should stop doing that. Or I used to. Maybe I should used to stop doing that. I don't say it. I say it to myself, but fuck, maybe I'm hexing them. And they're actually gonna become Alabama. Holy crap. This is spooky shit. Like, earlier when I was watching this alone, my hands were shaking. Like, I felt fucking weird. Frick! I said, holy crap. Shit. My hands are beautiful. Swears are just made up words. No. No. Common nomenclature implements these curses into daily life. And it fucks you up. It like takes control of your power of words. Does this make you want to look into Christianity and Catholicism? Yeah, so I was raised Christian/Catholic. I went to like church and stuff. I never really learned anything though, because I was a baby. Because I had ADHD as a fucking kid and I didn't know it. If you sleep around, you align yourself with demons known as incubus and succubus because energetically you're moving the same way. Really? Yeah, maybe. And then if you look in holy shit, in entertainment, I think there's like a show, like a new show on Netflix that's like targeted to children, and it would like normalize literal demons. Like a demon would be their friend. So it's just shit like that. Like it's crazy that that's even happening. Like it's making like devils and stuff on like the cool side, and then making like angels. Like it made angels into the villains. It's like a modern brainwashing. Big Mouth was terrible. Oh, Big Mouth? Was there? There might have been a lesson behind Big Mouth though, because I watched it and I liked it. Robot Devil from Futurama is based on a real entity. Yeah, but he was evil in that show. But some of these new shows are making the demons into the protagonists. Who's Robot Devil based on? The fiddle guy.
How many demons are there?
Billions, literally. So when God created all the angels, he created the entire hierarchy of angels instantaneously all at once. And so starting from the seraphim, which is at the top, all the way down to just angels at the bottom. Of the class of the angels alone.
I don't understand the hierarchy of angels. I haven't looked into it, but what do you guys know what that is? Can you guys let me know? What is here? Let me try to pull it up. What is the hierarchy of angels? Okay. Oh, I got a picture. Damn. Oh shit. They look cool. Wait, what the fuck? They're just eyeballs? Eyeballs with feathers. Oh, that's cool. So this is like the best angel? Biblically accurate. I didn't know there was a... Well, I guess I knew there was a hierarchy, but... Oh, these aren't angels? Hmm? They're loud? And then this is cherubim? Is that a girl or a boy? Cherubim? Oh, they're... Okay, so there's multiple of them, or is it like one being? Oh shit. It does look like a new Illuminati shit. But like sideways. They made it all sideways. Huh. Scary. Okay, so there's a lot of them. Okay. So it's just, is it just that Seraphim's the most powerful angel? And free. And then thrones? Game of Thrones? Huh? Just read the Bible front and back. That'll take a long ass time for me. I'm asking you guys, like, if you already read that stuff, then why don't you just explain it to me real quick? Like, should I read the children's version? They're not in the Bible? Archangels are the most powerful, and there are only 3. Gabriel, Michael, and Lucifer. Then what are these things? None of this is in the Bible? Okay, so is that like specifically Catholic? Why would it not be in the Bible? Checking yourself with ChatGPT is crazy. Michael is the coolest. the chat's not the place to get information. You're gonna hear so many different views, but isn't that what you should do? You should get all the views.
What was the one in modern history?
The Mormons. It's a modified form of Freemasonry
fuck.
anyway.
How many demons are
Going to take to get you out? And usually it's something very simple. So in the last case that the woman was liberated that I was working with,
Oh wait, what the heck?
there's one subset, which is the guardian angels, and every human being that has reached, that has basically been born or basically been conceived has had a guardian angel created specifically for that particular individual.
Wait,
So you're
what?
talking starting from the seraphim, which is at the top, all the way down to just angels at the bottom. Of the class of the angels alone, there's one subset, which is the guardian angels, and every human being that has reached, that has basically been born or basically been conceived has had a guardian angel created specifically for that particular individual. So you're talking billions just in that one subclass. The number of angels that fell, we read, is from the book of Revelation.
Guys, we have guardian angels. If you're human and not reptilian, you have a guardian angel. It's guarding you. Isn't that cool?
This guy is wild for talking shit about Mormons.
Talking shit about Mormons? Wait, what did he say?
Where Satan took a third of the stars and with his.
That's not in the Bible at all. Is it really not? What the fuck? So is it just a Catholic thing?
Tail and swept them down. So that's the fathers say that means that a third of the angels actually fell. Now, not a third get to possess or have much to do with us in this life. Most of the possessions that we see are from the top rank, which is the top three choirs, the thrones, the cherubim, and the seraphim. So, it'd be Satan, Lucifer, and Beelzebub, but there would also be Baal, Asmodeus, Leviathan, Lilith, Baphomet, and then also Moloch. Those are the ones in the middle. There's also other ones like Abaddon, who are kind of in the middle.
All the cool things he's talking about are Catholic things only.
All the cool things he's talking about are Catholic things only? Oh. So what does that mean if it's only Catholic? Okay, so it's like the Catholic interpretation of stuff? What would like the Christian or whatever equivalent be? Because there's Christianity, and then there's just different branches of Christianity, and one of them is Catholic. But like, what's the parallel in those? Non-Catholics believe it too. Does anyone know where the seraphim and stuff came from? If it's not in the Bible. The reptilians are carnivores. Purple reptilians are omnivores? What the heck? Roman Catholicism has the most expensive knowledge on the topic of theology within the Christian domain. The Vatican specifically. They probably took all the books from the places that they were pillaging.
Tier very often, and then you'll see a lot of the lower grunt guys at the bottom whose job is to just kind of do the bidding of the guys at the top, and so those where you see most of the possessed and demons coming from.
And so when they name themselves,
wait, what? Okay, so God. Okay, so this is according to Catholicism. God created a bunch of angels, and there's like a hierarchy of angels. The bottom hierarchy of angels are most of the demons. But the mid angels became like Lucifer and stuff, right? That's what it said. But I'm confused. Why did they become evil? Wait, I thought Catholicism liked Jesus. They became evil because they follow Satan. Yeah, okay, then why did Lucifer go evil? But Lucifer's not the same as Satan, right? Lucifer was the top level angel? Oh. They don't like humans and wanted to be God. Don't listen to these Protestants. Well, I'm confused. Why did the angels turn bad? Because they wanted to become a god? Like they just wanted to go on a side quest? Apocryphal texts. Look at them. Lucifer wanted to be above God since he was already directly in the chain of command under God. Lucifer seeked worship for himself. Yeah, but how did that happen? And then Lucifer like made Adam and Eve eat that apple, right? And then become sinful. I don't get it. How did Lucifer become sinful to begin with? Do you guys know? Jealousy? The New Testament? Simulation story input? Adam and Eve are Anunnaki experiments? Huh?
Voidwalker donated $4.44. This man is wrong about demons and mostly an imposter. I will have you know, dear heart Coyote heart.
But why would you say that this guy that does like exorcisms on a daily fucking whatever basis is wrong? And his okay, so his stories match my anecdotes when dealing with possessions. Apocryphal texts, lots of reading, but well worth it.
Is this all recorded? I mean, when you're talking about billions of demons and you get one to name itself during an exorcism, you go do some research. I mean, how many times has it been where it wasn't recorded?
Most of it, actually.
Most of it.
Yeah, because historically, to be an exorcist was done by mentorship. So what would happen is if you were chosen to be an exorcist, you would go and study under some guy for like 1 year to 2 years, and then he would teach you all these things, you know, that we're talking about.
Guys, should I try to become an exorcist? Do you think they'd let me stream it? Oh my god, we should stream it! Oh fuck, I shouldn't say that. God, I used his name in frickin' vain. Frick. Oh jeez, let's do it. No, but I'd be too spooked out. I would fucking chicken out. It would be the fucking like first day. It would be like the first day, like, okay, time to get mentored. And then it'd be like Resident Evil, bro.
And so you would learn those things, and you'd learn the names of demons, and you'd see them in session and get a sense for them before you started out on your own.
Heck?
But because of the number of exorcists collapsed in the church, and then now they're just trying to get it back up off the ground. We teach classes, actually. My community and I, we'd actually teach classes, and then there's also a place in Mundelein that teaches courses.
They
on this particular
collapsed in
topic.
church?
And so, but then we encourage people to come and sit on session, because it's one thing for me to tell you that, oh yeah, people change shape during session, you know, and it's another thing to actually see it and see what you're actually looking at.
Oh my god.
So, because anytime demons preternaturally manifest, there's a real revelation something about the demon. It's called the cause is always some way in the effect. It's a philosophical principle. The cause is always some way in the effect. And so they're revealing it. So when they do those types of things, those things don't, I'm not, I'm the only thing.
Oh, I have to be a priest? That's drats. That's insane. So they would host a class for exorcism and be like, hey, this is the demon shape-shifting. You see it?
Thing I'm really interested in is, what am I seeing? What can I learn from what is going on in this guy? Because I got to, that information is going to tell me something about him, and it's going to be helpful for me to get him out.
But before we move into shape shifting and that kind of stuff, I'm just curious. So would that be your responsibility to record a new name with a new personality?
So we don't necessarily record it, but we are actually in the process of building a database. So that exorcists would have access to the database, because some of the common ones like Satan, Lucifer, and those things, or even some of the more common ones like Abaddon, who's the demon of destruction, you'll get you can find out a fair amount of information about these guys, and we'll put those in the database. But there's a lot of ones that are less known, and so exorcists come across them. I've come across demons that other exorcists haven't. They've come across demons that I've never even heard of, or nobody's ever even heard of. And it seems authentic, etc. So we want to get a database so that going forward, exorcists, if they come across somebody, they don't have to spend all the time doing the research. They can just quickly go take a look at the database and get a sense of, this is what the guy's weaknesses are. This is what he got out in these particular in these cases. This is what got him out. This is his history. Because like the god of Isis or Osiris, those are Egyptian gods, but those are also demons. So if you know what those are, then you can actually don't have to go and read a bunch of Egyptian in order to know.
Okay, so this is confusing me. So they would encounter demons called the gods of Isis and Osiris. But I'm pretty sure that I read that Isis was analogous to Virgin Mary. I'm fucking confused. I'm fucking confused. Are the demons like role playing us then? Oh, not like the fucking terrorist group. So they would. Egypt has a lot of gods. They're all demons. Hmm? Oh my god, it's Grayson. Bro, Grayson is possessed. Look up Catholicism and the truth behind it. Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Well, give me like a give me a summary. All right, let's keep watching.
We want to get a database so that going forward, exorcists, if they come across somebody, they don't have to spend all the time doing the research. They can just quickly go take a look at the database and get a sense.
Voidwalker donated $3.33. Lol, I know and have talked with exorcists before. This one seems to have a lot of preconceived notions about spiritual entities that only make sense if you're a follower of Abraham and don't look further in the past than the Old Testament coyote heart.
Oh, then tell me what he's getting wrong in your opinion.
sense of this is what the guy's weaknesses are. This is what he got out in these particular in these cases. This is what got him out. This is his history. Because like if you, the god of Isis or Osiris, those are Egyptian gods, but those are also demons. So if you know what those are, then you can actually you can don't have to go and read a bunch of Egyptian in order to know what these guys are.
Can a demon possess multiple people at one time?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, what the heck? Bastet is an ancient Egyptian god. But if you're a slaver or descendant of a slaver, then Bastet will be a demon to you because of what your ancestors did. Oh shit, like we all got enemies? Our bloodline has like specific enemies? Oh my gosh. Great. Emily Rose got a possession of 6 demons. Where do you think nightmares come from? Are nightmares from demons? Wait, so I had like an okay. So there was like a little baby from The Witcher. I told you guys before about this a few days ago. I had like the worst nightmare about that. So I have like a baby demon haunting me. What was it called again? A botchling? Huh? It's all all it is an unlucky timing of anti-gravity. Wait, what? Nightmares are from brains. As above, so below. Nightmares stem from worries. Mm.
I actually had a case of that. Well, 2 cases. Where the same possessor was possessing 2 sisters who were blood related. And so when we would do sessions with one, the other one would manifest from time to time outside of the session.
Holy shit.
Wait, what was that?
Can a demon possess multiple people at one time?
Yeah, you can. I actually had a case of that. Well, 2 cases. Where the same possessor was possessing 2 sisters who were blood related. And so when we would do sessions with one, the other one would manifest from time to time outside of the session.
Holy shit.
So we had to do a lot of stuff to keep them, from what we call cross animation, which is where, when they're around each other, the demons are going to manifest. So you see that from time to time where someone who's possessed, they'll get around someone else who's possessed, and whoever has the lower demons in them will be the one where the lowest demon will manifest in the presence of the bigger demon. But they can possess more than one. They generally can only act on one thing at a time.
Okay.
But Thomas Aquinas says that they can act on a number of different things at the same time if it all falls under the same conceptual idea. So, for example, someone can juggle where they're keeping several things in the air at once. The demons can act on, like, I'm going to act on these 3 people that I'm possessing because I'm, my access to them is the same. And so they can act on 3 people at the same time. But normally they don't do that.
And it sounds like all of these demons were false gods at some point. You said god of a Norse god,
Gods,
Egyptian
yeah.
gods, Baal, Moloch,
Yeah. Not.
Baphomet.
Yeah, so all the gods of the Gentiles are demons, which is true. I mean, the only ones I haven't come across are ones like for the Romans. Like I haven't come across Mars or Jupiter or
Wait,
something
what
like
are
that.
gods? What are gods of Gentiles? Gods of Gentiles? Diverse deities worshipped by nations other than Israel, often portrayed as idols or demonic forces. These include Roman and Greek deities, Babylonian gods, and Canaanite figures like Baal, Moloch, Asherah. These were characterized as false non-living idols made by human hands, in contrast to the creator god. I don't get it. Why? So they were like demons that were making people think that they were gods? All of them, though? But then he's saying that he hasn't come across Mars or Jupiter. So that would be the Roman gods.
Thanks for the tier 1.
So some of the false gods became demons? Or did people manifest the demons by worshiping something false?
The Egyptian gods come across, several of those. The Norse ones are taking them. They're rising up because of the they're being introduced or being used in video games and things of that sort that the young men are doing. So you're starting to see more of those.
This was 6 days ago. Guys, this video was 6 days ago, and he's talking about like Norse gods are starting to act up because they're playing Loki in Marvel Rivals. That's insane.
But not all the demons made themselves out to be a god to someone else. So Satan never really did. Even though he wants people to worship him, he doesn't have a specific religion. He wants his own.
And they all fall under him.
They do, yeah.
What about Greek gods?
Yeah, it's the same. Some I've seen exorcist scenes, some we haven't. So, I suspect at some point some exorcist.
Is Odin a demon? He hasn't mentioned Odin. He's mentioned Loki, but even in Norse mythology, Loki was a bad god. But I wonder if he's only seeing gods that are like sus, or like Norse gods that are sus. Like he mentioned Moloch. Let me see what Moloch was about.
Voidwalker donated
Yeah,
$1.
I mean, yeah, you would see Moloch after.
You can't put
looking at
chaos
it.
in a box.
You can't put chaos in a box. I don't get it. Okay, so Moloch is a Canaanite deity or type of sacrifice, notoriously associated with child sacrifice in Hebrew Bible and Phoenician religion. Traditionally understood as a god to whom children were burnt. Modern scholars debate if it meant a sacrifice or offering. Yeah, you would see that as a demon. So I wonder if it's like the entity would have to be morally evil in order for it to become like, someone that, or something that possesses people and becomes a demon. What do you guys think? What else did he mention? Oh, he mentioned Isis too. The deity. Okay, this one's weird. Okay, so Isis was weird. Yeah, Isis was a weird one. Oh, they were weird. Yeah, I remember the story now. So Isis and Osiris were both brothers or they were siblings, but also lovers. when Isis's brother husband Osiris was murdered and dismembered by their brother Set, Isis searched for and reassembled his body, bringing him back to life to conceive their son Horus. Okay, so that one's also a sus deity. She's a sus one. She would also be possessing things. Yeah, makes sense.
Just has come across, Venus or whatever, but we just don't hear about it too often.
And so when we get into, or I mean, looking back through time, when we're talking about Norse gods, Baal, Moloch, Greek god, any gods.
All right, let me see. They're mentioning Baal too. Let me see who Baal was. God of... Okay, so Baal was an ancient Canaanite and Phoenician deity revered as a god of storms, thunder, lightning, and fertility, responsible for rain and agriculture. Okay, sounds chill. Sounds chill. Responsible for life-giving rain and agricultural. He represented the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth, battling the god of death. Okay, but people would worship him by human sacrifices. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's the sacrificing thing.
That, throughout history, does that mean that those gods were introduced by a demon?
Very often. So what will happen is, historically, either the demon will possess somebody in a particular culture, and then from there, the person kind of becomes like this oracle from which the rituals and the worship is designed, and the people
Voidwalker
are
donated
swayed into doing it.
$2.22. Chaos is not inherently evil, unlike Pandora's box, which was only evil. Chaos is not evil, as nature is chaos. Humans do not understand chaos, only fear it.
What? Thank you, basketball guy.
You're not going to have a case where they're actually going to appear as a general rule, although that has happened historically, where demons will appear as angels of light, and claim to be, from God, and then say this is what you're supposed to do, and getting the person to start.
What the heck? They could roleplay as angels?
Where
That's not
demons will appear as angels of light, and claim to be, from God, and then say this is what you're supposed to do, and getting the person to start their own religion. We've seen that happen a couple of times, actually. One in more modern history, and one year 600.
Don't say it.
So
Don't
we've
say
seen
it.
those particular things happen.
What was the one in modern history?
The Mormons.
Oh,
So, I
Any
mean, I'm
Mormons
sure
in
there's a
chat?
lot of the Mormons out there are not going to be happy that I said that, but the angel that appeared to him, there's
anyone soaking?
it actually gets to the line from St. Paul, which is actually on the outside of the cathedral in Salt Lake, if I'm not mistaken, but out in the outside, it's, even if an angel were to preach to you another gospel. So you have those particular things that are actually, and the other thing is too, is that, at least in the relationship with the Mormons, I don't want to get too deep into it, but that it's actually, it's a modified form of Freemasonry anyway.
I mean, that sounds like the ultimate deception. If they come to you in a light, to appear to be angelic, I mean,
Yeah.
how does that look in God's eyes?
Wait, what was that?
Actually,
Okay, so he's saying that it's a modified form of Freemasonry?
it's a modified form of Freemasonry anyway.
You could say that about any... What was it? cult, modified Freemasonry. I still don't get why Freemasonry is bad, though. Hermetic tarot is supposedly the oldest Hermeticism, ties into Gnosticism and Egyptian shit. I think this guy's full of a shit. Ego death helps with understanding spiritual ideology. Bro,
I mean, that sounds
hands
like
and
the ultimate
feet are getting
deception. If they come to
sweaty.
you
They
in
never
a
get
light, you
sweaty.
know,
Why
to
am I
appear to
getting
be
sweaty?
angelic, I mean,
Yeah.
how does that look in God's eyes?
Oh fuck! I keep missing the
Ultimate
sentence.
deception. If they
Masonry anyway.
Oh yeah. Okay. How do they look like in God's
I mean, that
eyes?
sounds like the ultimate deception. If they come to you in a light, you know, to appear to be angelic, I mean,
Yeah.
how does that look in God's eyes? Fall into that deception.
Well, God's allowing it, obviously, because they literally, like I said, the battlefield is completely determined by Christ. So Christ is allowing it. And I once asked this one colleague of mine, I said, well, what do you think is the reason for the Muslims? He said, to afflict the West. Right. So God will allow these particular things to afflict us in order for us to get our act together, but also to reveal to us that, look, if you start your own religion, it's just going to go bad and it's just not going to be true. So I think in God's eyes, I think that's part of it. But I think on the side of the human beings, we're just easily deceived. Because demons they can present themselves in a very positive light. Everywhere from anything from actually appearing as an angel of light, you know, when people actually see this bright figure appear in front of them, all the way down to giving people amorous feelings, to where so the person says, "Oh, it must be from God because you know, it's helping me to love people more." No, that's not necessarily the case.
Will we be judged for
Wait, what? Oh, it's helping me to love people.
That's
more.
not
No,
necessarily
that's
the
not
case.
necessarily the case. I don't get it. Okay,
will
so
we
we're
be
just
judged
fucked.
for
We're just
that? I mean,
dumb
that's,
and
it
fucked
just
and
sounds like the
susceptible.
ultimate deception, almost. And he allowed it.
Yeah.
So how can we be blamed if we're that? I mean, earlier you had mentioned, you know, we're stupid. We
Yeah.
are stupid.
We are stupid. On the other hand, we're not that stupid. So, you know, what degree of deception, I mean, ultimately God would be able to judge the particular individual soul. So it might be possible that someone started their own religion not knowing that they were completely deceived. But my experience in reading about these people's history is there's often points that after they've had these experiences that it becomes clear to them, or they start having the thoughts, you know, maybe I'm possessed, or maybe this isn't from God. And so they don't take the necessary steps to properly discern it.
No matter where you're watching the Sean
What
Ryan
the
show
heck?
from,
Well, now I'm more confused. Oh man. All right, guys. I have to use a bathroom. Enjoy the clips. I'm gonna BRB. All right, and then we can reconvene and figure this gosh dang stuff out. Okay.
You know you love me, I know you care. Just shout whenever, and I'll be there. You are my love, you are my heart, and we would never, ever, ever be apart. Are we an item? Girl, quit playing. We're just friends, what are you saying? Take another look right in my eyes. My first love broke my heart for the first time. I was like, baby, 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 no. Like, baby, 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 no. Like, baby, I thought you'd always be mine, mine. Baby.
Sure. That's fine. Who cares? Wait, why are you not talking?
What the fuck? Wait, let me see.
Oh my God, Trina, she still doesn't believe me.
Wait. I can't like. Oh my god. Wait. I'm so confused.
All right, now I'm leaving. Okay.
Wait. Chill.
No, I'm leaving.
Chill.
No.
He's very confident in everything he's saying, and yeah, He deserves it.
All right. That is 1 vote for Devon.
And I owe him $100. So.
1 vote for Fruity. It looks like the poll.
Fuck, you want to talk about it? Yesterday, she destroyed me because I told her I can never talk to her again. Tonight, my mom told me to fucking die. I am.
I feel like it would be more sexy. Be more sexy. No one's gonna listen to it if you're not sexy. There we go.
Fucking hammer. It's like an exercise. I feel
more.
I feel the jiggle, 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 jiggle. Oh, yeah.
It's the drop.
Oh, the drop. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Guys, go like my song. It's very popular in Japan right now.
It's really good. I work out to it every day. Oh, yeah, feel the burn.
It's like Zumba.
The Diet Cock. Oh, I said cock instead of Coke. Oops. Alright, I'm out of breath.
Can you throw it against the wall?
That would break the wall. I'm not going to destroy stuff unless I'm paid money.
Can you throw it against the wall?
Can you throw it against the chair?
I can do that.
Okay, but can you throw it hard at the chair?
You know, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yay!
It's his mom's wall, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Bonk, 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 bonk. Say something funny. Alright guys, I'm back. So I bought this from the gas station because I had cravings and it tastes like butt. It like tastes like someone pooped this out. I don't like it. It's yucky. Yeah, it tastes like butt. It's supposed to be banana bread. Yeah, ew. Not a gas station. It was like those like convenience stores open for a long time. I'm having terrible PMS cravings. So what do you guys think? What religion are you guys, and why is yours right? Let me know. Let me know why. What if the priest is the demon? He started talking like... He started getting like a red flag in his speech at the end. And I was like, oh. There's a lot of pride. So I'm confused again. Thank you, Buick Salvation. Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. What does Satanist Christian mean? You're Catholic because Jesus founded the church. And then how come so many people are like, oh, he's Catholic, so what he says doesn't matter. Because the priest was Catholic. He's making your spidey senses tingle. Oh, what do you mean? If you're not religious, where do you think your nightmares come from? Yourself? Many people reject Catholicism because they disagree with the church's interpretation of the Bible. Actually, it does not taste like butt. Maybe it's just a side.
Voidwalker donated $4.44. Kai, this outfit is so fine, but it's nothing without you, and also W Strem Kai
Guys,
heart.
is anyone in chat, like, do you guys have demons? Because on average, if you have a demon, then you have 1 to 8 demons. And so I guess sometimes, like, for the most part, you're not aware of it, right? Put some bone broth on it. I guess you could test, like, go get a Bible and start, like, reading it out loud. And if you start to go blah, blah, then you're, like, you might be, like, possessed. Just, like, record yourself doing it. No demons here. We're talking tongues. Mmm. So I'm confused because people were saying, like, okay, so the Catholic Church believes that there's seraphim, cherubim, thrones, those angels. But then you guys that are Christian and not Catholic were saying that those angels aren't even mentioned in the Bible. So where did they get the angels? At least one bleh. Alright, if you're not possessed by a demon, then you might not, then you probably won't bleh. And I'm so confused, like, I don't know. How do you know? Oh, they are in the Bible? Oh. Oh. Then why were people saying they weren't in the Bible? Oh, they're mentioned, but there's not the hierarchy? Also, I'm confused because, like, I get a lot of synchronicities and signs of things. But is it, like, anything can give you those signs? And it could even be, like, not the, like, one true God type shit? Like, if I'm consistently getting synchronicities, should I be like, who are these synchronicities from? Am I supposed to be like, oh, this might be from the god of the Gentiles? It doesn't feel that way. What types of synchronous things? I don't want to say. No, I know the signs are real, but should I be concerned that the signs are from something else? Or should I just be like, oh, whatever. Whatever. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Wait, what? I think you're smart enough to know the difference. No, but now I'm getting like these I'm watching these videos that like are saying some otherwise thing. Like, oh, careful, because like these demons could appear to you as angels. Now I'm like, okay, so what the fuck is an angel and what's not? You know? And my like, what if my bloodline is fucking like Buddhist or something? You know, like what if my bloodline gets the fucking like Egyptian or not Egyptian, like Buddhist deities to show up to me? Do I be like, no, I want the angels? But I'm Asian, so it's like it's in my blood. It's all the same thing. Why are you falling for the labels? I don't know, because I'm watching like these Christian videos. Is religion in the blood? No, I'm just like, what the fuck is the demon and what the fuck isn't the demon now? Help, help, help. Bro, like, it's crazy because I pray at night, right? And then the next day, well, I pray for like signs. The next day, I get like a shitload of signs. Nah, it's fine. Cause I also pray like, dear God, keep the demons away. That means the demons are away, right? Like, it's fine. Yeah, I say like dear or whatever. You know, like dear God, dear Jesus, whatever. Demons are cool. No, no. Demons are not cool. They make your fucking fingers go backwards. No, that shit, you just chat GPT that shit. I don't trust chat GPT. Sounds kind of cool. So what did you learn from all this? I feel I'm so I drank like bone broth with turmeric in it, and I just like turmeric lowers your blood pressure, so I'm like, oh fuck. Now I'm sleepy. See, that's a that's a real transformation of Q. Now I believe. I don't what? It's Google AI, chat GPT. Bro, AI is untrustworthy. Don't trust the AI. Unless you program it yourself. You trust ChatGPT more than you trust doctors. If you say like you're hey, I'm stressed out. Preface you're stressed out before anything you ask. And they'll give you like the good option versus the bad option. The signers were Freemason of the Declaration of Independence. Wait, what? Oh, I don't understand, Cade. Only grok, the others are compromised. That's what, I don't know. You never know with any of them. Get PewDiePie's ADI. Or ADI. AI. I was gonna say ADHD. You wanna eat something now? I can't believe I ate this whole thing. I'm deep in PMS. I'm fucking like wired. Alright. Do you guys like these types of streams? I've been doing these types of like spiritual streams recently. You guys like it? Nice, nice. Glad you like it. They're fun and enlightening. Are any of you guys learning anything from it? Thanks for the low IQ stream. Was this a low IQ stream, guys? Was like exploring ideas and beliefs. Low IQ. Learned. Isn't that spooky? Okay, Bible said that the gate go to hell because it's Satan inside, but now science proved it's biologically different. Bible says God flooded the planet, but science proved it's bullshit and there's no trace of that. No one else on the planet talks about that massive event. There's many BS in the Bible. Bro, there's plenty of ancient texts that refer to a great flood across the entire world at the same time. I don't know what you're on about. Dead internet theory. Technology can be used in a good way or an evil way. It just depends on experience. Look, MAGA is over. You don't need to chase the Jesus freaks to stay relevant. But I don't understand why you're trying. So I'm just introducing different ideas that I'm interested in to stream. You know, I'm raising questions, but why does that hurt you so much? Why does that make you feel the need to attack my character? That says something more about you than it does about me. So, like, bro, like, I'm telling you, get a Bible, read it out loud, see if you get a seizure. Because it's bullshit, sweetie? Okay, then it's bullshit. If you think that it's bullshit, then it should be, then just, you know, let it be. Then nothing will come out of this. Me even having a conversation about it. Okay? I think bro, you are, like, you're actually, like, being demonic as fuck. Holy shit. Ah, dang it. I said it again. And that's so disappointing. That, like, this would trigger you to that degree to type in my chat. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. Like, it's there's a way to be civil about it that you're just not taking. You're only trying to, like, demean the even idea of thinking above whatever belief that you're in. Wait, what? What are you talking about, Pencil Dad? Nothing about any of this is healthy, but yeah. Okay, what's not healthy about watching an interview about someone that performs exorcisms on a daily basis? Isn't that itself interesting? You don't see that every day. It's at least interesting. And you have to acknowledge that there's something inside of you. If you're mad, there's something inside of you that's dealt with trauma that's completely separate to me.
Voidwalker donated $2.22.
Okay, thank you.
It's past my bedtime, so good night and sleep well.
It's your shadow. There's nothing inside of you. Yeah. You're not saying anyone should believe anything, just looking into things. I'm saying that we're not looking past surface level anymore as a society. We're like science meta right now, but our science isn't even that advanced yet. We're not like, according to ancient texts, we're not the smartest humanity has ever been. We stopped believing in anything but the material. Atheism is the default mode of thinking. But I became a theist because I got haunted. And etc. Humanity has regressed numerous times. Atheism is a belief. I know I used to be that. What if you've lived billions of lives How do you think your mind would change if you've lived billions of lives? Hmm? You wouldn't change at all if you've had multiple experiences. You'd be pretty bored. You don't think you'd know much more? You'd know so much more. You would know, like, what the fuck, like, like, anything that people have created, you would know exactly how it was created. No, that's not my point. My point is that if you could live all of these lives and experience all of, like, every single person's experience on during their time of life, then you'd be so much more informed. You'd be traumatized too, probably. Point being, the more perspectives you're able to understand, whether through books or listening to someone's experiences,
Voidwalker
the wiser
donated
you would become.
$2.22.
You would just
Coyote
have
Bot's the best coyote heart.
a better integration of all these other humans' experiences into yourself. So why is it wrong to understand the perspectives of, let's say, a Catholic priest that does exorcising? How is this knowledge going to help me solve problems? Just you don't always gain knowledge and then immediately have an application to it. You could use whatever you learned and apply it to things that are completely separate too. It is a problem of the soul and how to interpret the world around you. But what good is inside of yourself? Like, what is the point of you berating me about something I'm trying to explore? What are we talking about right now? I'm trying to understand the perspective of people that are being aggressive about me watching an interview about someone that's Catholic and dealt with demons. Do you think it's misinformation? Is that why you're coming at me for it? What if it's not misinformation? You don't know what misinformation is. Oh, they're trolling. You have to understand that some people are just too far gone and need to leave the earth. No, that's not, bro, that's not the solution. What is a solution?
Thank you for
That's
the
what I'm
prime.
saying, Deathly.
Thanks for the prime, bro.
It's probably the wrong setting. You need to seek that crowd out. They were never in your OG chat, bruh. No, it's never the wrong setting. On my fucking stream. Yeah, it's the My Chemical Romance fangirl. It's just history twisted and mythologized. So we don't have all of the exact information, but we could definitely piece them together. And you'll see crossovers between things. It's like I said before, it's like a puzzle. And people trying to solve a puzzle of life, even though it doesn't apply to you at that exact moment, doesn't mean that trying to solve a puzzle is bad and they're delirious. You shouldn't berate people for trying to understand. because you're just trying to beat them into ignorance at that point. I feel like I'm in therapy. It is therapy. Everything's therapy, just depending on how you look at it. The Bible lost its power when man started cutting chapters and manipulating the word of God. Right, but then you could go back and read those texts that were perhaps lost and then implement it into your own understanding. Right? Your mom has really big boobs. Let me see. What did you say? What you're observing in these people is that they're freaked out by exploring certain ideas and they don't want anyone to talk about it or think about it. Yeah, so I'm just, if you're one of those people that are freaked out by me talking about anything having to do with Jesus, think about what in your life caused that to happen. Thank you. Which indicates that it's a threat to them on some level. Yeah, like, I understand. Like, maybe you, as a kid, people pushed church on you and it was really boring, and then from then on, anyone that talked about Jesus or whatever started to trigger you. It's just, there's always a reason to your reaction. You're turning 29. Don't worry about those people. They'll open up to it through you. I'm just saying that you should, like, whenever I get triggered by something, it's never the thing I'm triggered about that's the problem, unless it's evil, right? Like, they're fucking eating babies. It's never that thing. It's always something that's happened in my past, over here, my unconscious. So just become aware of that. The solution is using all human recorded knowledge and distilling it into the brain structure and weighted connection and form neural nets. We're just missing higher information bandwidth interface like brain implants. Yeah, okay. No, it'd be so cool if you could just like fucking touch a book, absorb its knowledge, and then you could be like, and then you could fucking filter out with all the books. It takes way too long to read books. There are people purposefully butchering the Bible. No, like, and it's probably out of ignorance. I accidentally butcher the like biblical teachings because I didn't read the full thing front to back 3 times. Thank you for the raid, Jasmine T. Ave. I hope you had a great stream. But what was I saying? You're against religious dogma? I think you could take parts and then replace other parts. Like, you could just filter all the extra stuff out, and I wish we could do that. That'd be cool. I love when people out themselves in an argument. What do you mean? Do you believe in good aliens walking among us from the multiverse, but takes a level of higher consciousness to detect because they don't like it to be identified for protection/security purposes? I haven't read anything that makes me think like, oh, aliens from another dimension. I wouldn't call them aliens. I would call them entities. Not like, they don't necessarily have to be from another planet. I do believe in aliens. Most in chat are misled. You think so? Why do you think so? I'm misled, you know? But I don't berate you guys for thinking one way or another. extraterrestrials. Do people in this chat read books or just get knowledge from TikTok feed? Because the level of bullshit in here is real. I just feel like I'm watching pseudoscience or pseudo theology / philosophy from random YouTube videos. Just ask them for the sauce, bro. Okay, Bago says, okay, now go back to the 2D continent. You've been here for hours, bro. Don't act like you're not interested in what we're talking about. You've been here for hours, okay? Okay, you would leave if this became, like, you know, more chest-centered. You keep leaving and returning. Yeah, it keeps you coming back, shit. Highly recommend Court of Thorns and Rose series, it's so good. When you guys recommend to me something, say why, because you have to, like, you kind of have to persuade me. You have to persuade me. Alright. You're an independent historian and have written a couple books on how humanity needs therapy for historical traumas. Oh, cool. What's the summary? Am I getting married? I want to see a ring on this finger. Read the Bible. It has a lot of theories about universal mysteries in it. Right, but I feel like I need to read more background to understand the mysteries and secrets. You know? I know that there's magic numbers. Like 33. You know, I don't know if, like... Okay, so let's say magic does exist. And there is dark magic. You could hex people and curse people. Is it bad to... Is it bad to engage in, like, the opposite? Like, white magic healing? Is that bad? And how do you do that? In a video game? Well, just, you know. We don't talk about Caucasian magic. You tripped on shrooms one time and it shows. I never took shrooms before. Because I watched a Family Guy episode where they took shrooms and then they had a bad trip. So that made me, like, really scared of shrooms. So I've never done it. No, I don't want to do it. I'm still, that's my trauma. That's obviously good. IDK, how to do it, but you could, yeah, but, like, is seeking those, like, magic rituals, even if it's for good intention, would that be bad too? Why is 7 always on my door? I think 7 is a magic number. It's one of the magic numbers. DMT will take you to the spiritual realm. Bro, that's what I've heard that before. But what if it's, bro, what if it's like demons in that realm? Because you know how they'd see jesters and, like, gnomes? You know? If they're all, like, the demons that are just pretending to be nice. Like what the dude was saying. Now I'm scared of that. What if you stay there? No. Clowns is another topic? Wait, what? Are clowns evil? Gnomes and demons? What lies on the other side is another story. The real question is, what is magic? I think it's like accessing... I think magic is accessing your higher senses that aren't of, like, the physical realm. Like sight, balance, smell, taste. If you access those higher senses, then that would be magic. No, like independently looking. Science is magic. Sorry, is the song loud? Magic is a gift, not learned. I don't know how to access it though. I made a. Oh yeah, that's why I want to do that the remote viewing thing. Your Ouija demon told you your crush liked you. He was chill. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys know. Sometimes you guys don't, but I caught 3 years ago. I caught a poltergeist on camera. And let me pull that up for you.
I'm not a pigeon.
Thank you, Johnny.
PLS tell us a story.
Oh yes, once upon a time. I had a fork on my counter for 20 minutes and then suddenly it moved. Oh yes, indeed. Suddenly. Oh yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. This was in Austin. I don't know how many of you guys know about this fork, but this is the fork that deleted my atheism. I was like, oh shit. That does happen, I suppose. Bro, what if it was like a demon fork that like accidentally made me not atheist? Like I would have, you know? So it was like, oh fuck. Alright. So this fork was on there for 20 minutes. Ah yes, I remember. I remember. It's right over there. I remember. I remember. Do you remember? I remember. 90s. I don't know. You acted like nothing happened? Because things were already being like spooky and randomly falling, but I didn't get it on camera. But the fact I got it on camera for this one confirmed that I did have a poltergeist that was like trying to spook everyone. The unicorn. Why is God taking so long to fix everything? Because of the prophecy fulfillment. Real. W Daisy. Yeah, well, I fucked with the Ouija board like a week before, but then we were like trying to be respectful with that, and then someone else came over the previous night, and then they were all drunk and not respecting it, and then we got haunted the next day. Wow, you are low IQ. Okay, I'm just gonna stop letting you type in here, unfortunately. I'm just being malicious. Don't forget that higher angel. I think her name is Daisy. Yeah. So this happened recently. No, that the fork was 3 years ago. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Alright, guys. I think I'm good. Let me see. We're gonna go into Kick now. We're gonna do our sponsored segment on Kick. Do I believe in simulation theory? I think it lines up. But it's not as like technical. I don't think it's a technology based simulation. I think it's more of a spiritual to material simulation.
Thank you for the prime.
And if we're all made up of light,
Thanks for the prime, bro.
then it would make sense for us to just be a projection of something else. It was because of the way the fork was sitting on the cutting board. No, bro. It was there for 20 minutes. That's how everyone... I've even moved the fork, like that day, I moved the fork even further into the cutting, off the cutting board, banged on the counter, and it didn't fall at all. Yeah. Accept everything for what it is and determine if you align with magic for whatever. Yeah. Alright, one sec. One sec. Yes, baby. Alright. I am now live on Kick. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to Kick now. Let me see. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. My music video is dropping tomorrow. And click on this link over here for the music video to watch it. Okay. So I just pinned it over to you. Oh, now my chats are. All my chats. Wait. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. I will see you tomorrow on Twitch. I'm gonna go ahead and do my sponsor segment on Steak. So if you want to hang out there, you can. I'll be right back. Or no, I won't be right back. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll try again to stream earlier. I'm just not good at it lately. See you later. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Semen